Savannah Chrisley is doing everything she can to get her parents pardoned. The family has been hopeful that Todd and Julie Chrisley will get pardoned by Donald Trump. However, fans are unsure if this is going to happen. Meanwhile, Savannah is taking a big step in the process. Keep reading to find out more about this situation. Todd and Julie Chrisley were arrested and taken to federal prison for tax evasion and fraud. However, since their arrest, the two have not admitted that did anything wrong. Since their arrest, their family has been working hard to get them out. Julie even had a resentencing hearing due to the fact that they did not have enough evidence to hold her sentence. However, the judge did not end up shaving any time off of her sentence. In fact, she got probation time added. Sassy has been doing everything in her power to get her parents pardoned. Savannah Chrisley is doing more work in getting her parents pardoned from federal prison. I know that I am going through the proper channels to do so, and I'm going to bring as much awareness to it as possible because these things should not happen. We thought it was going to end differently. We had lawyers who had told us it was going to end differently. We stood in the truth, and we stood in what we knew to be the truth. We saw the corruption in Fulton County. We saw how the judge handled the case. We just saw all of it, and we're like, there's no way. There's no way it's going to end this way. But it did. Wow. Savannah is doing everything in her power to get her parents out. She thinks she is taking the right steps to do so. However, only time will tell. It seems that Savannah is going to be having lunch at the White House soon. Not only that, but she is letting fans know that they never expected this to happen. She is focusing on getting her parents out of prison, and this is her main concern. She had to take in her two younger siblings to help raise them once their parents were arrested. What do you think about what Savannah is doing? Do you think they will ever get pardoned? Sound off in the comments below. Savannah Chrisley doing everything she can to pardon her parents in the whirlwind of headlines that have punctuated the world of reality TV and family drama. One story stands out with a unique combination of determination, familial love, and a deep sense of responsibility. Savannah Chrisley, the daughter of the famed reality television personalities Todd and Julie Chrisley, has been on a mission that has captured both public attention and sympathy, trying to secure a pardon for her parents, who have recently been sentenced to federal prison for various charges related to financial crimes. The situation has thrown the Chrisley family into turmoil. Todd and Julie, who built a multi-million-dollar empire through their reality show, Chrisley Knows Best, were sentenced after being convicted of conspiracy to commit bank fraud, tax evasion, and other serious financial offenses. Their fall from grace, once the epitome of a glamorous, picture-perfect family, has been nothing short of dramatic. While their public personas once radiated success and confidence, the conviction exposed the cracks in their empire and the reality of their financial dealings. The sentencing has had a profound impact on their children, especially Savannah. Savannah, the 25-year-old daughter of the Chrisleys, has always been seen as the voice of reason in a family often consumed by drama. Yet the gravity of her parents' legal struggles has propelled her into a role that no one could have expected. She is not only a daughter trying to cope with the loss of her parents to a prison sentence, but also a young woman doing everything in her power to change the course of her family's future. The Chrisley family crisis in June 2022. The Chrisleys were sentenced to prison following their conviction on charges stemming from tax evasion and financial crimes. Todd was sentenced to 12 years in federal prison, while Julie was handed a 7-year sentence. The conviction came after an intense trial in which the prosecution argued that the couple had defrauded banks and the federal government, misleading them about their finances for years. They were accused of falsifying documents and creating a fictitious lifestyle to secure loans and avoid paying taxes. The news of their sentencing shocked both the public and the family, who had built their brand on a flashy and seemingly untouchable lifestyle. The television show that once portrayed the family as wealthy, powerful, and invincible suddenly faced an uncertain future. But it was the emotional toll on their children, especially Savannah, that captured the public's attention. In the wake of the conviction, Savannah's social media and public statements shifted from typical influencer and emotional appeals for justice. She stood by her parents, expressing her belief in their innocence, and she vowed to do everything she could to help them. She even posted several times about her efforts to secure a presidential pardon for them, a goal that would require overcoming monumental obstacles. Savannah's mission. Daughters love Savannah's efforts to seek a pardon for her parents are nothing short of extraordinary. Known for her poise and social media savvy, she quickly used her platform to rally support for her parents. She began sharing her personal feelings about the case, the strain on her family, and the challenges her parents faced in the legal system. It wasn't long before Savannah's plea for a pardon became a mission, one that involved legal teams, media campaigns, and reaching out to influential figures in politics. What made Savannah's attempts even more compelling was the transparency with which she shared her journey. Her posts on Instagram and Twitter were filled with candid updates, from the legal proceedings to her efforts to contact lawmakers, even addressing the emotional and financial toll the situation had taken on her family. She made it clear that she wasn't just standing on the sidelines. She was actively trying to change the trajectory of her parents' future. Savannah wasn't just asking for a favor. She was working tirelessly to make it happen. In her posts, Savannah expressed her gratitude for the support she received from fans, but also the frustration she felt at the way the system had treated her family. She often highlighted the discrepancies in the case and what she saw as an unfair treatment of her parents. Through her social media presence, Savannah tapped into the collective sympathy and anger of her followers, creating a sense of unity around her cause. Political connections. Seeking help from the right people while social media advocacy is important. Savannah's mission extended far beyond Instagram posts and Twitter threads. She knew that to secure a pardon, she would need to take her efforts to the next level and involve the right people. In an interview, Savannah revealed that she had reached out to various political figures, including those who had worked closely with former President Donald Trump. Trump himself had been known to issue pardons during his time in office, and Savannah hoped that the former president might take an interest in her case. Despite the difficult odds, Savannah remained undeterred. She recognized that securing a pardon for her parents was an uphill battle, but her efforts continued in full force. Savannah's public lobbying for a pardon garnered her the attention of various media outlets, including news shows and online platforms, where she was often interviewed about the case. Through these appearances, she amplified her message and made her case for why her parents deserved a second chance. In her interviews, Savannah often cited her parents' positive contributions to their community, including their charitable work and their roles as public figures who had inspired many. She pointed to the fact that they had no prior criminal history and were being unfairly penalized for what she saw as mistakes made in the heat of a complicated business environment. According to Savannah, her parents were victims of a broken system, and she wasn't going to stand by while they served unjust prison sentences. The emotional toll on Savannah's dedication to securing a pardon for her parents is admirable. It has come at an immense emotional cost. As the eldest daughter, Savannah had always been close to Todd and Julie. Their relationship was a mix of love, loyalty, and shared experience, which made their legal troubles even more painful. Savannah was not only watching her parents fight for their freedom, but was also dealing with the public scrutiny that came with the family's legal battles. Her life had once been focused on building a brand and sharing her life with millions of followers, but now it was about fighting to keep her family whole. In interviews, Savannah has been open about how difficult this time has been for her. She has talked about the sleepless nights, the emotional toll of the trial, and the weight of trying to keep the family together. There were moments when she felt helpless, moments when she wondered if her efforts would ever be enough to turn the tide. But despite the strain, Savannah has shown incredible resilience. She has remained strong for her family, especially her younger siblings, who are also affected by their parents' conviction. Savannah's emotional vulnerability has only endeared her to her fans, who have expressed their support through comments and messages. They admire her strength, her dedication, and her refusal to give up on her family. even when the odds seem stacked against her. Even with all the emotional and public support, securing a presidential pardon is no easy process requires navigating.